Well, welcome everybody. This is going to be a relatively quick video, and it's really because I've had problems myself with PC gamers. At the end of the day, folks, our games, sometimes if they run, it's a miracle. City Skylines is definitely a tough one. It does have its problems, and if your PC's not running absolutely on top form, you could run into problems running the game or have random crashes here and there. So this is what I'm going to go through now. I'm just going to give you 3 steps in severity and ease. So the very first step I want to show you is what to do in step 1. So your game's crashing or it won't start or you've got some random crashes. If it's from Steam, the very first one is to verify your Steam file. So yeah, this is a quick fix. At the end of the day, if you right click on your game, look into properties, and then if you look at installed files, as you can see on the screen, there's a button there, verify integrity of the game files. Now, if it spots anything, it will automatically replace it. So that's the first step. And if that fixes your game, all good. It's a bit, sometimes it works, majority of the time it doesn't, but it's your first step. Okay, folks? Okay, so the next one after that is another obvious one. It's a little bit more work, but you've got to update your system. Now, this could be an update because it needs an update, or it could just be just replacing it because what happened to me, I did a lot of work, and as it turned out, it needed a new graphics driver. So I updated the GPU. I have an NVIDIA. If you're AMD, you go via the AMD route, but I just got a new NVIDIA driver. But even if you haven't got a new one available, I would still recommend you remove your GPU driver and do a clean install and reinstall it again. It's very easy in computer world for your files to go corrupt for whatever reason. We're doing a lot of saving and it's all going onto SSDs and all that sort of stuff. It's very easy for, an error to appear in any system file. Also, an update of your Windows, just in case something's come up and it's suddenly given a bug. And then obviously make sure that if you've got anything like, virus checkers and things like that, make sure your system is clean from bugs, clean from viruses, and all that sort of stuff. So these are just the basic housekeeping. So that is your second step. Now, the third one, that becomes more complicated, but this is when we start. If you verified your files, step 1, and it's still being dodgy or not working, if you've updated everything and reinstalled your GPU driver, which is very important that you do a clean install on that, don't do the express. Do a clean install where it completely removes your driver and then adds it as a brand new driver. So that's really important. So if you've done all that, then the next stage is step 3, where we got to really find out what's going on with City Skylines. So we need to look at the crash dumps. Now, crash dumps in City Skylines are hidden away, in folders, and I'm going to show you where they are and what tool you need to actually open them. So let's start now with the final stage, step 3. So where are your crash files for City Skyline? Well, it's in our app data folder. So if you know where that is, head towards app data. If you're not sure, then it's always on your root drive, which in my case, it's my C drive, which is your main drive, which has your system on it. Then you look at users. then your username, so obviously I blanked mine out because you wouldn't find it, but you put your username in there, you'll see like, you'll see local and all that sort of stuff, all users and that sort of stuff. But look, pick your name, then app data, and then there's about 3 subfolders. You want local, law, and then colossal order. I don't know if this will change, by the way, guys, with news that, it's going to move to that other developer, but right now it's in colossal order. I can't see it changing, to be fair. Once you're in colossal order, you go into City Skylines, you hit your cache folder, backtrace, crash pad, and then reports. Now, in your reports, these are where all your crash dumps are. So you're obviously your last one, your newest one is your last crash dump. So when it last crashed. So I've got a handful in mine, obviously from the past. The last one being when I was trying to fight my issues. But basically, that's the dump file. Now you can't open this because it's a dump file, so you need something called WinDBG or Windows Debug Program. Now, you should already have this in Windows. If you don't, then just Google WinDBG, and you should be able to download it from Microsoft. And I think you can actually download it from the App Store, the Microsoft App Store as well. It's a Microsoft debugging software. And I'll open it up and we can take a look and see what it is. So here is my latest, which I think was 19th of August. Sorry, 19th of November. So this was when it crashed. Now, why is this important? Because it will advise you if there is a mod which has caused a particular crash. So it gives you just this blurge, but what you need to click is this Analyze Z here. And once you click it, it will start to perform its magic. So in here, it will give you on the slight off color, shaded color, it gives you the failure bucket. Now, in this case, if it was some sort of file that was corrupted or missing, it would show it here. And it would direct you then to which file you need to change. I had one of my last failures. It was an actual Unity file, which I found from this program that was a fault. So I replaced it, I re-verified the files, and I replaced it in City Skylines 2 game folder, and then it found it was missing, reinstalled it, and the issue was resolved. In my case, it was this backtrace crash pad Windows. Now you think, okay, well, just replace that. Well, it's not straightforward. If I look further down and look at the stat command, it's showing me that we got this here, and it's all going towards failures and issues with the backtrace crash pad Windows DLL. So I tried, if you look at Google on that, so for example, if I'm not sure, which I wasn't in this case, if I do this, Control C to copy that failure bucket, and then Google it, so when I got this finally Googled, this is what I got here. So somebody found exact same problem as I did, in City Skylines 2. And I did replace the file, so I did all of this. I also did that as well, where it's a part of Visual C. So I didn't uninstall all of them, did all of that. And then still didn't work for me. But I didn't do step 2. So when I actually replaced my file, my GPU driver, that fixed the issue. So, but this gives you, so if you're not sure and it's not giving you exactly like a mod, for example, which you can then highlight that's the problem, or giving you a particular file that's stating it's corrupted, then the next step is to take that failure ID, which was in our case this one, which in this case was this one, and the failure exception code, which is all Googleable, if that's a word. But I hope this isn't obviously going to fix your game, but this gives you the method of how to dig a little deeper. You can send these straight off to, well, I'm not sure now, actually. I was going to say Colossal Order, Paradox. Perhaps you can put it up onto those. Because obviously Colossal Order by the end of the year won't be working on this. But you can also put this onto Steam forums, and somebody may have had this issue before. But that is how, and a lot of people are not sure how to get the crash dumps, but this is how you get them. This is how you view them. And hopefully that will help you. Like I said, and that's all I've got to say. So I hope this is helpful. And if you've got any particular issues, let me know in the comments. One of us may be able to help you out. Okay, thanks for listening, folks.